Yo, what's up, guys? Just wanted to see if I was live. Just gonna be playing some Tuffnut today on Talishar. Sorry, I don't have super great noise canceling for my keyboard. But I will try and help out. I'm just gonna put a game out, see who joins me. Pleiades. This one's pretty easy, I think. So last time I brought in, yeah, definitely flex speed. Oh, they left. Unfortunate. Kasai. I'll go second in this matchup. Yeah, I think this is just like race matchup plus flex speed. Oh wait, I guess good nature brutality shouldn't be in. That's kind of a troll, but maybe we'll get some value off of them swinging like a second one for a lot of damage. This is kind of nice. If I can keep the Bam Bam here, it would make it very easy to blow up his gold, which does kind of make a big deal in the matchup. But is it worth it for giving free go again to block with the smash up? Because then we probably don't get to keep Bam Bam. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, we know it's a yellow on top. Kind of nice. Then unfortunately, I think we just block here. We probably take some damage here. Yeah. It's fine. We made a vigor. And we only took 3 damage. Oh wow, this is really nice. Nice. That's a very good hit here. I think just because it's the first real turn of the game, this is one of the turns that I'm okay with not setting my go again piece for Blood Rush. I think I'm just okay trying to beat his head in. I mean, what? We make 3 toughness there and swing 14. That's like incredibly strong. Like any kind of draw swords effects are going to really punish him if I can make that amount of toughness every turn. Not a horrible turn to draw the reckless swing on, because it does let me get around like the first swing if I want to. I'm also okay with just setting it. I think for now I'm just gonna block with Sash. That's like a block that I always like. I'm okay with giving early. Yeah, I mean, this is the one that he would pump. So I feel like I'm okay with giving go again here. If he juices me with nourishing. Oh wait, no, he can't. Never mind. See what we hit. Yellow. So is setting the reckless more important or setting the sim packing? Honestly, I think I'm okay with just setting the sim packing here. Reckless swing is better later in the game. Oh, perfect. We take one of his Centauri Sellsword generators, so he's probably going to want that one back. And then it's way worse now that we know about it. This is kind of a nice one to give here. Because if he didn't draw another 0 cost go again. Okay, so he just like takes a card. That's fine. We'll just block for more. We'll get ready to set this Buck Wild into Swing Club here. It's pretty good. I do see that someone has popped in. Nice to see you. I don't know how my like volume is, so feel free to tell me if it's any good or not. Okay, so we have a nourishing here. I mean, honestly, I think I'm just gonna give him this, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard that I win that there. We do know that we have a yellow on top. I think in this position, I probably just swing Vim for 8. It's good value. He doesn't have Dynamos this turn. If this Vim was yellow, I probably would have swung the Send Packing for 7. Since he doesn't have Dynamos this turn, but nice. We still got Armor Block. Gonna help out for later. Hoping to draw a Blood Rush here. Perfect, and we do. Alright guys, sorry. Had something going on there. I think we're okay with just taking this. I mean, it could be his spec, but we just saw him pitch one, so even though it's not too unlikely for him to see another one here, it's just like not much you can do about that. We're having a power turn, and I need as many cards as possible. And it's like he got a gold, but I'm not gonna stop both attacks and still Blood Rush, so it's not even worth talking about. Tuffnut here. Nice, it's a yellow. Ooh, nice. We keep the Vim too. Oh. This is interesting. Wondering if I just keep the Buckwild here. And I just like sash for like Jaws 8 into Vim 9. Or Vim 10 actually. Yeah, that seems good. I'm gonna do that. Cause then I still get to keep the Buckwild, which is like pretty insane. Oh wait, whoops. Break arms. Good old Vim for 10. he can just give us the whole hand here. But we basically just worked through his whole equipment suite now. This is his like second turn in a row doing nothing. We sung first here, trying to set up the. Actually, no, like the Buckwild's pretty safe here. We could hit one of the amulets, but if we hit an amulet, the turn's like still fine. So I think, yeah, okay, cool. We song next. Oh wow, we have a pretty good next turn too. How do we want this to look? I think it's definitely like good natured on top. This be our hand. And then this Bam Bam is looking kind of nice. It's only Bam Bam for 9 though, because we only got 2 off the song. I think we just keep pushing damage for now. Actually, maybe we gauntlets into Romping Club for 7. On hit, destroy one of his golds. That's like pretty strong. And we get to keep the Buck Wild in this play too. Nice. If he's playing around Bam Bam, that would be insane. But yeah. We juice him, take one of his golds. And I mean, we know Yell's on top here, so this is like a perfect hand to like actually use the Reckless Swing. Cause like my turn, I can just Buckwild Club, keeping the red one. So I guess it's just because he pitched a red here. It's probably just better to block the first one. Cool. That's all he's doing. I guess I could have played around Blade Flurry, but it's like not really that worth it to give up armor there. We literally bought ourselves that gold last round. He still has a Kasai activation. We've seen 1 blood on our hands. He might be setting up a nourishing turn here, so. Or, I mean, he just like kept his first 5-card hand that he set up all game. So I'm thinking this is a Scowling Flashback turn. And problem is his hand is huge. So I can probably expect He's probably gonna make Cell Swords, no? Like, does that mean that I have to block this first one? For 5? I think it does. Because we want to stop Blade Flurry plus the Go Again thing. This one specifically. Interesting. Whatever. I mean, we're still not even close to equalizing. He just IP3'd. I'm not really sure what's happening. Okay. Like, honestly, we are so okay with that. We're just gonna swing the buck wild here. We have pressure and tempo, and I just want to keep it. We do this just since we know that we do have blue misses in our deck to not accidentally break the buck wild. If we're gonna pitch the cards in hand anyway, we might as well just get it over with. And yeah. I think 7-5 is better than 8-6 or 8-4. So it does suck that we don't have a 3 block to stop the nourishing. That is brutal. But huh. Is it worth scowling to stop a card draw? With this kind of pressure, I feel like scowling can really help out. But also, this pressure only matters if he doesn't have cards. So maybe, yeah, I shouldn't have given him scabs earlier. That was definitely a misplay. Because after I blocked with it, I kind of realized that I need to be saving it for nourishing there, which is pretty brutal for me. I think we're okay with Tuffnut before Sinnoh. Just so we can see everything that's going on here. Oh wow, this is very strong. Yeah, we just put all the good ones together. And I think we definitely keep the good nature brutality in our hand here. It's not worth an extra point. But having a 2 cost 6 in Arsenal, just on the one turn where we don't need to swing club for 4 and we need 6, we have it. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious here that it's going to take a lot for him to really do anything that I care about. He probably is going to spawn the dudes in this turn, but I'm not sure if I can care about them yet. Yep, here's Raise an Army. We knew he was spawning the dudes. Just kind of how it is. Alright, we have to roll scabs here. Alright, not what we love to see, but it is what we see. Vim for 10 it is. I would have loved to swing 10 into 8 there and probably just win the game on sight. But unfortunately, we are not allowed to do that. He does not let us do that. Have to roll scabs again. Okay, we hit. That's nice. I have 6 resources to work with after swinging send packing. Yeah, we just keep taking cards here. Kind of at the stage of the game where we need to ask him every turn. It's because we made that one wrong decision in giving him fleshback. If I still had fleshback and traded it for the scab skins block there, I'm feeling really good. But because we made that small misplay, we are now feeling not great, to be honest. Because he can do a lot of things. Yeah. Because the problem is he's doing at least 5 into 3 here into 3. So we're going to 2. And then we're hoping that our Blood Rush turn is crazy. Nice. He draws the yellow there. He doesn't get death on sight, which is pretty huge. We should be getting near pitch deck to the Record Romp, or I meant to the Reckless Swing, sorry. Wait, what? Okay. That sucks. But it's fine. I'll give him the arm piece. Just kind of something we have to do. Okay, Blood Rush. Yikes, have to roll scabs. That's game losing. GG. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is brutal. We just lose. Ouch. Yeah, so what I kind of learned there is that I really need to be careful about using my armor. Nourishing Emptiness is a strong card, and it gave up a lot of points there. Because if I'm able to take a go again source with scaling to stop him from swinging the cell swords for a turn, like that's pretty strong. I wish the deck had some more go again. Problem is it's really tough to make that happen. You know, so we have flex speed, which is effectively, if you weren't aware, basically a buck wild. But instead of being yellow and blocking 2, it's red and blocks 3. Because you have your arms here, which basically says if there's a 6 in the pitch zone, which is the same as what buck wild says, which means that it's effectively 3 cost 6, go again, which, with the same words of you need a 6 in your pitch zone. I'm wondering if copying a yellow Buckwild is worth being a red 3 block when you could just run the blue version into those matchups. Gives us an extra blue. It was already a miss, so it's not like too bothersome the fact that this isn't a 6, because the other one already wasn't. But I think just generically this text is easier to turn on, and the drawback of being a red I think is way bigger than drawback of being a blue. Huh. So I think I'm gonna try that out. Maybe against a deck like Kasai, I could run Meat Axe to get a couple extra points. Problem is, I don't know if I get fatigued there. It's gonna be tough to tell. I guess they will run out of go again faster than I run out of cards. So then I just win after that happens. So yeah, maybe I can run Meat Axe. I'm really liking where the deck's at right now, though. Like, overall, I feel like we have a game plan for a lot of heroes. I need to go and map out all my stuff, but my buddy actually has all of his matchups up. So I'm thinking that I might just take some of his or just like rework them a little bit. Nice. Okay, so we're up against the Pleiades. Probably want to be going first here just to put something in our arsenal. This is going to be effectively the same as Bravo. Except we're going to run the extra go-agains, and I think we're going to take out the amulets. Just that we can't whiff on those. I had that happen to me once with the Buckwild, and it completely lost me the game. Alright, Tuffnut. Okay, it is a hit. So we roll scabs. Got it. And we swing club. Club for 4. It's nice because club for 4 is actually super underrated. People don't run defense reactions into Tuffnut because they know that they're going to have to break through. And so the 4 breakpoint actually is so backbreaking for all of our opponents most times. Unless they have like Valiant Dynamos or something like that. Interesting. He's running Dig In. Running. Okay, blocking with Terra Sunder, which is nice. Interesting. This is more of your generic Pleiades build. Interesting. I hate ripping raw blood rushes while I have only one go again source in hand. I think honestly this might just be a setup turn, to be honest. I think we keep the Buck Wild here just to be able to swing this Bam Bam. He has 3 toughness on the back end. Yeah, since we know we have a Blood Rush coming up, I think we just give him our Savage Dash here. Hope to hit a yellow off the top so we can swing this Bam Bam. Then I guess worst case, if we hit a red, we can just discard the Blood Rush since Buckwild is still good. Yeah, we're gonna set the Blood Rush here. Because we have more Gogan attacks, but we don't have as many Blood Rushes. He's gonna 1-card block this, which does suck, but... maybe we can somehow get more than that. Yeah, kind of what I thought. Thump. Gotcha. So he is on the disrupt plan. Okay. Not a horrible hand. I don't even know if this is a Blood Rush turn, to be honest. We'll see what's on top here. That'll kind of make our decision or not. Interesting, it's a Jaws. That means that it can be a Blood Rush turn. The only issue is that I did just block with a card, but it should be fine. Yep. That's actually a pretty good play there. And, I mean, anybody who hates Pat Call, I'm just saying, it revealed a red off the top, didn't move it, but still provided me good info because I knew that the Blood Rush was hitting a guaranteed go again source. And I mean, if that was a blue on top, like, then we just know that we can show strength, like, honestly, Pat Call is kind of goated. Definitely just swing romping for 8 here. 8 and 8 is just so good. Because, like, we get the push damage, but the thing is that we're threatening fatigue. So they actually have to, like, stay up to date with us, which is pretty sick. I am worried about Pummel here. Actually might. Sorry. Phone B going crazy. Kind of want to give him Scowling here and a card. And then just go for the Vim swing next turn. If it's an Aura, we get juiced. But I'm smelling Pummel here, so... yeah, he's gonna pass and do nothing. Okay. That really sucks, but it's fine. I'd much rather Old Leather and Vim for 7, but such is my life. Because he has a confidence next turn. Having 2 toughness would have been insane. But 0 toughness it is. Unless he doesn't want to give me cards. We're pretty sure he has a Pummel. So... interesting. So this is a card that Pleiades likes to run. It's basically the do nothing card. They cycle their deck faster to literally do nothing. And this is the reason why we win most of our games against them, is because they just like are doing a whole bunch of nothing. So like we were swinging this in for 6 before and they had an extra 3 block, and now we're swinging it in and they don't have a 3 block. Like, I don't really see what the whole point here is. Recycled 3 cards after already drawing a card. That's just insane. Holy smokes. Okay, we gotta lock in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our moment that you all have been waiting for. Yeah, dude. You are gonna cry that encore, and then right after this, you are going to cry to your mother. Because, Lord have mercy, I am going to try and beat his ass. Okay. So, what we can do here, we can put the jaws on top. We can then put the send packing in that one, and then the Wrecker Romp here. We're going to pitch the first one, right? We're going to draw 2. Then, after that, we know that there's a Jaws coming up after this. So, like, we're going to draw 2 here. We're going to discard another one. Draw Jaws. Guys, I think I'm losing my mind. This is actually insane work. I think we just start out. Well, do we want to send this end packing? That is the question. Is this an okay Sash turn? This is our third Blood Rush. Lord, I mean, like, shit. There's no other time for us to Sash here. And so, we're just gonna get every stinking point we can. We are behind on cards. So, how's 14 to the dome piece sound? Friend. And then it would be super funny if he still had Pummel in there, and I took it. But I can't remember if he played his Arsenal last turn. "24 damage turn while he's on 26 life." This is what the crowd was waiting for. That is very good blocks by him, I will say that much. Okay. Well, he's focusing on next turn. Oh, this is perfect. He's so screwed. Nice, dude. We just get a whole card for free. That's so good. And now we know his confidence is, like, literally not doing a damn thing. And he's taking a bunch of damage here. Nice. That is a lot of points that we just bought ourselves. Interesting. We draw the Buckwild here. Think it's worth it to Tuffnut first. Wow. The game is begging us to play the Buckwild. I actually didn't want to, but because it means that I get to Arsenal one of these cards, I'm gonna do it. If it was the yellow, I would have just, like, swung the Comeback Kid for 8 and been happy. But if the game is gonna beg me to do 11 right after I just did 24, I understand that he gets +3 on defense, but you just can't give that up. I think Smash Instinct here is gonna help us close out the game. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Arsenal there. Eventually we're gonna hit a Scab's turn and we're gonna kill him. Because even though we have played all of our Blood Rushes, we still have a song to work through. And the thing is, to do anything to us, he has to take damage. Which is just kind of insane. Yeah. I mean, our deck is just built to have so much go again. Like, what can he even do? We're just gonna say, like, no, we're not doing that because we're actually swinging 7 again. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, go again. Cards played so far. Just remember that. We've done all of this with only 4 go again cards. And I feel like we've just been pressuring now. We did have a double Blood Rush and Song turn, but, like, sometimes it's just how it be, man. I mean, he is blocking out pretty well here. I'll give him that. Nice. I think this is the turn. I mean, because, like, 5 lets him do something. I think 6 and this is just, like... Yeah, I mean, if we have the resources to play the 3 cost, we do. Because then if we need to Arsenal a go again later, it's fine. Or if we want to, like, set up for a strong Song turn. Nice, he blocks with another Encore. That's actually his 3rd Encore. So he's gonna have to do something to get it back before he can just, like, play that again. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I was down like 10 cards, and I'm up on cards now. And his deck is still doing a whole bunch of nothing, because he's literally just defending me every turn. Okay. Thinking about just... I don't want to roll scabs here. Just to like keep the pressure on. So I'm gonna do that. Scabs in a position like this is just super strong. And we hit, so I mean that's pretty incredible. Yeah, we're just gonna keep throwing. I mean, that's the thing, is 1 out of 6 times, Scabs is gonna lose me, on average, like 6 of the 12 points that I've bought myself, right? And then over time, my toughness are going to re-mitigate that. 2 out of the 3 times, I lose none of my extra value that I've already created. And then 3 out of 6 times, so 50% of the time, I just get to continue farming the gap that I've created. It's a never-ending cycle. Once you're ahead on scabs rolls, you basically just win the game. Now, I still could lose this game. I just want to say, but it is feeling pretty favorable at the moment. So yeah, this is that card again that he keeps like playing. He's played 3 of them now, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it's literally not doing anything. He's paying resources to draw cards and like do stuff, and he's worked through his deck like 3 extra cards twice, and so we're even on cards again. Like he's literally hurting himself. This is probably Pummel here, but we thought it was Pummel last time and it wasn't. So maybe his deck just can't really convert hands, to be honest. We're going to block like this, because if he has Pummel, we're going to lose our cards anyway. But we'll see what this does. I guess I could get juiced by the +1 aura, but I haven't seen it yet, so that's something I'm allowed to get juiced by. Nice. He's realizing, like, wow, toughness tokens getting around breakpoints is actually brutal. I'm gonna Tuffnut here. Okay. We do have another opportunity here to scabs. However, I do know that I should be due for another go against source soon, because I still have all my yellow buck wilds. I think just throwing a haymaker here for 8 is pretty strong, because it's 8 and I get to block extra next turn, but also I get a resource possibly for this go again card that I think I'm going to be drawing. And again, if he just keeps playing like the block out all game simulator, he's just gonna get decked out. My cards have a bigger number in the bottom left than his cards do in the bottom right. Wow. Okay. So this is something. You guys might think I'm crazy, but I'm not gonna stack them, I don't think. We really need to make sure that we hit a yellow here so that we can arsenal. So we're gonna song first. Nice, they're all yellow. We do find our second go against source, so that's really strong. What do we want to pair it with? I think pairing it with Intimidate seems strong. So we want to keep these guys, which means that this is our next hand. This is our pitch card. They were all hits, which is incredible. And just like last turn, we're gonna swing for 8. I could have played the second song and swung 12, but I'd rather stack damage next turn. Because I know that I'm still gonna have plenty of space, so I'm not even too worried. Interesting. He thinks that he's doing something cool here. Oh, okay. Never mind. He's just blocking very efficiently. But still missed out on one on his boots. That's unfortunate. Little bro doesn't know how to do math. This is interesting. As I'm going to need to hit a blue here to make this happen. I think actually I just blocked this one out. I've seen him pitch a suspense is killing me twice now, so it wouldn't surprise me if he had another one in his hand to play with the boulder drop. Because then if I block for 4 and he pumps it, then I have to discard one. It's pretty bad. So instead of stacking damage here, I think we're just going to Song of Sinew again. Okay, so we find more Buck Wilds. That's kind of crazy. Honestly, we're just gonna get one of the blues out of our way and just start going to town. Interesting, just continuing to block with more cards, which is like fine. I mean, he needs to convert his hand somehow. That's why it's nice that we have scabs, because at any point throughout the game, we basically just get to be like, actually, I don't want to do that game anymore. Oh, nice. We're in a really good position here if his turn is just set up. Oh. Congrats, man. You got 4. Hopefully you can use that active glory coming up. This is why we keep one of the blues and a yellow 6 together, because it just means Buckwild and the Romping Club for free. It also means that we can hit Tuffnut off the top for an extra +1. But if somehow we hit a blue 6 or just a blue off the top here, and we get to swing the second Buckwild, I think it's worth swinging like 6 into 4 or 6 into 5 than it is to just swing like 7 into 4. That extra bit of high roll is pretty clutch. And like we still have another Buckwild, so we're gonna do at least one more turn of threatening his cards. And he's just gonna continue to do nothing. Ow. Okay. That is a big guy. That is true. But do I care? I think the answer is yes. I think I'm just okay with blocking that one out. If this is red, wow, that is backbreaking, but it's fine. Because it still gets us 1 point, but a 1 card 1 is very brutal. 1 card 5 is what we like to see. Okay, he's like, I don't know what to do with myself. I normally don't get this kind of space. So he's begging me to make him do something with it. And I want to get the value. Actually, sorry, buddy. I think I should also get the value out of my tough smash up here. Also, you guys have to remember when his deck stops like having the things that do good stuff in them, then he just starts to lose. Oh wow, he has a pummel coming up in the next hand. That is good information to know. And I know for certain that I am hitting the show strength and still converting 2 toughness tokens. He has already shown us 3 CNCs, so we know he's not swinging CNC pummel anytime soon. We're up 5 life, and that's his 3rd turning point. We're up 6 life, 1 card with 2 toughness and a go again set. Oh, 2 cards. This is looking pretty good for me, because basically the next time I draw a blue, I just get to do the cool stuff. Oh. Or like this turn. So, like, we know he has the pummel, but it's in his hand. So, unless he already has a pummel set, I don't care. And if he does, it's like, okay. You still have to use Tunic for it. Like, yeah. He's waiting for space, but now that I've drawn the Go Again source, I don't need those 2 toughness tokens. I need damage. And so damage, I'm gonna get. And this is how I'm gonna get the card advantage on him and eventually win the game. It's because he has to keep blocking with cards that convert the points. And when he runs out of ways to just do things, I'm just gonna kill him. My weapon's actually better than his because of toughness. I get to 1 card block his weapon. He gets to 2 card block my weapon. It's pretty brutal. And look, like that was a whole another turn of him doing literally nothing. Followed by me having another turn of hitting him across the dome piece for more than lethal. And it's just like, so what? He just like lays down another hand, right? Oh my god. And he's just getting hit by these haymakers. And so eventually, like, what does he do? You know? Boom. There's all the pummels gone. He probably still has one in his arsenal. But who knows if he's ever going to get to convert it. Nice. I think at this point, it's actually not worth it to, oh, yeah, it's definitely not worth it to scabs, but I don't know if it's worth it to, Arsenal the Wrecker Romp either. And so instead, I'm just going to swing 8, demand a card, and probably just IP this Never Give Up, get it in my arsenal, so that I can use it on defense if I have to here to close out this game. Because I am still looking to snipe 1 pummel at some point. And the thing is that he almost has 0 closing potential at this point. So, like, he's just, like, used all of his cards. And I still have armor block to block breakpoints and stuff like that. We're gonna skip Arsenal. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a damage here. And, block with the Never Give Up. Okay. We're gonna swing for lethal again. That's just like what we need to be doing every turn if possible. Because at this point we have the life lead to do whatever we want. Oh yeah, I mean, look at his deck, dude. It literally has nothing going on. That's the thing about Pleiades, is they just fall apart. It's kind of sad to see. Just watching them slowly fall into pieces as like they lose all of the power in their deck. Yeah, I mean, the key really is just swinging for lethal every turn. Because he'll never be able to set up a hand. Good game, sir. Yeah, 24 damage hand. Pretty good. Yeah, and it's actually interesting that he had similar value to me. Problem is that he was using all of his cards for defense. Oh, that was a good one. Wonder who we're gonna play against next. See that someone is watching. I do appreciate that. I don't know what we're working with. I don't know. Everything in the deck has really been feeling like it's been fitting at the moment. Ooh, Syndra, this is a tough one. I definitely need to be going second in this matchup. I definitely need to be running the meat axe. I think one blue buckwild is fine. Dagger for one is annoying, but take it. Oh, hello. I said dagger for one, thinking. Alright, I think I'm okay with starting the game at 2 points down, even though. Oh, yeah, this is rough. Okay, but being so for real though, he keeps having to think about these dagger swings in the reaction step every time, I might just have to like leave the game if it keeps getting bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm taking a lot of damage on turn 0, let me tell you that. Nice. Nah, bro, actually deadass, I'm just not doing that. I'm sorry, guys, I just can't do that. Ha! I just can't do that. Bro literally took like 4 minutes to go through the first turn of the game. And then on minute 4 of the first turn, he went back to the beginning. I actually can't get rage baited like that. Oh, bro. I have to beat another Pleiades. Dude. I hate just beating Pleiades. What if I have to? It is nice, because I know that a lot of my locals are going to be on Pleiades. So it's honestly not even that bad of matchup practice. I need to take these amulets out. They're just not needed for this matchup. Nice, we get to set a go again on turn 0. It's pretty good. Even at blue, it's like fine. I'll just like swing something that he theoretically has to care about. He went 63 cards. I went 62, or no, I went 60 cards. So what, only down 3 cards? Not that bad. Because I get to take 2 on turn 0. Okay. Plays an aura, makes sense. Oh. Interestingly, we draw the card that lets us block with 3 cards. But we also draw the card that says you're not allowed to block with 3 cards. Love to see it. Yeah, what I've been noticing is that like Moment Maker has been feeling like super mid. And it seems like we should just be running Anathos, to be honest. So this is a nice play. I get to play around the fact that I know he's gonna drop another aura. Like, he thinks he's being sneaky, but that's just a thing that we should know. I get the Tuffnut first. See if I can fire off this Buck Wild. Just to ask him for damage. Or if I hit like a red and don't. It is also possible that since I have this extra wind up the crowd, if it's a yellow, I could just swing Romping Club and make an extra toughness for next turn. Huh. Yeah, he's got +8 coming in next turn. I mean, I could push 5, but like, what's that? 9 damage? When he's getting +8 next turn? No, I think I'd rather just like equalize on defense. Especially since we missed our first toughness. And then it'll also support if I draw like a really strong hand next turn to push back a bunch of damage. It gives me an extra resource point, but wow, this is looking really brutal. Okay. That's pretty good. This guy solved Pleiades. To be honest, really don't want him to have one of those back. But I don't know if it's worth giving armor over. No, actually armor is worth giving early since confidence tokens don't let you use your armor later. So we're gonna force him to be like, okay, do you have the aura right now? Okay, he has one aura right now. Nice. And we actually get rewarded for blocking more. One more than he was swinging in for. Because he also had the +1 thing. Damn, that was good. That was good. Okay. Nice. We get to swing for 5. Still have our go again set for when we see a Blood Rush turn. Luckily, we made it through his, like, 17 there. The thing about Pleiades is their deck is, like, super cool up until they start running low on the auras, and then they actually just fall into a pile of shit. Because, like, once their things aren't doing the thing, they just have no. I mean, they have 4 every turn. And it's just like, I also have 4 every turn, but I get to block for 4, and you only get to block for 3. And they just lose. But I definitely could see this person just like trying to beat my ass. And it might work. Humble is like pretty goated. But unfortunately for him, I have a secret little friend. Oh, wait. No, I don't have a sneaky little friend. Hold up. God, I hate that Never Give Up requires me to have less life than my opponent. It's always so cry. Okay, I think I just block like this then. This on hit really just means that I don't get like pitch next turn, which is fine. I still make a toughness and still have like 8 next turn. This is so funny. Pleiades truly is. And unless something changes, or maybe I'm just playing against bad decks, but at the moment she just feels like the deck of nothing. She does so many things. There's so many triggers happening on the board. And at the end of the day, nothing. So, yeah, I'm not sure to be honest about Pleiades. I mean, he just blocked with 2 Macho Grandes, and my end game plan is to bring him to fatigue. So I think we can just make the assumption that that was good for us. Interesting. We're honestly like equalized on cards now. And so basically what I can do now is give cards early. Now that we're equalized again. Because I already got like 3 cards back, right? And since I got 3 cards back, now I'm able to give extra cards. Because he's also running out of power in his deck. And so this already 3 card gap that I got is only going to get bigger as his deck gets weaker and I continue to make toughness every turn. Okay, no toughness that turn. Kinda sucks, but part of what happens. We got 3 people watching right now. Appreciate that, guys. We faced a Kasai earlier. We got them down to like 6. They valued us out kind of hard with Raisin Army. We did Bam Bam one of their golds earlier in the game, which like slowed them down, but in the grand scheme it didn't do too much, unfortunately. So we know this is coming in for 7. Problem is I kind of want to have a Blood Rush turn. Thing is I just don't know if I can like let him have a confidence token. Yeah. The fact that that is Wrecker Romp just saved this whole entire turn cycle. Because now I can clear the Buckwild. That's actually so insane. He has the pummel. That's awesome. Turns out, Robro is taking the confidence by force. So, there's that. Somehow we're still at a life lead. And, oh, he played this card. The last time I played Pleiades, I said this, but this card is literally the nothing card. They pitch to it, draw a card, which is still, like, card negative. And then, when they get the card later, oh, yeah, it's just like, what are you doing? And, like, the charm is bad. And, like, that's the only thing that makes that card good. Good old Tuffnut. Clear this Buckwild. Honestly, I'm still happy that I blocked out that last turn. I baited out the pummel on something that didn't make me discard. And then on top of that, like, I got to save extra life, which is basically the whole game plan anyway. Okay. Now he's got a ton of shit out that says do nothing in the grand scheme, but we'll see. Like, literally, as soon as he runs out of all this stuff, he just loses on sight. So, like, as long as I survive until that point, I just win. What's up, Mel? I'm doing good. I'm streaming Talishar at the moment for Tuffnut. Yeah. Technically, I can block this out. He could have pummel, but I have a Blood Rush turn. Yeah, I stream with voice chat. It's weird though because I don't have it set up to where they can hear you. So right now I just sound like I'm talking into the infinite void. Currently. There. Yeah, so I just took damage, pretty good damage against the Pleiades, but it's to theoretically set up a good Blood Rush turn. So we'll see. We Tuffnut first to have the highest chance of keeping Jaws. Oh, that's backbreaking. Yeah, that's so brutal. We have to roll scabs here. Oh, boy. That is brutal. I discard my jaws and basically just like lose 10 points. So unfortunate. It's count your misplays. Dude, if I had jaws, break sash, roll scabs. Nah, psych. I could have had lethal this turn, but alas, it's not in our future. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I would have really liked to like get out of his range, but I chose to go for a Blood Rush turn, which I think was just too greedy. I should just blocked out that last tag for as much as possible to wait through his like stupid stuff. But what I've noticed is that like dealing damage and getting them into scary territory is like kind of what you have to do. It is interesting because this Pleiades seems to be like having the most brain that I've seen so far behind most of these Talishar players, so good nature brutality. Don't love having it in hand when they have a confidence token, but maybe I can draw into like a discard card. I would have loved to keep the Bam Bam beside it so that I could just do that, but the Vim didn't pitch for my other Vim. There. Oh, sick. We actually draw the Bam Bam. That's fire. So yeah, we're nowhere near blocking, but we do get to block a little bit more than one might think it on surface. That's fine. Oh wait. Yo, juice. Alright, well, block 12 is kind of bonkers to be honest, but we're like kind of working our way through his like pile of bullshit, but he is putting on a lot of pressure right now. I feel like against a more aggressive deck like this that like actually does things, maybe I need more cards. Yeah. The Florian matchup. The 100-100. Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, currently, yeah, currently this Pleiades is actually like kind of shit facing me. It's a little embarrassing. I'll be honest. I feel like I shouldn't have went for that Blood Rush earlier. That probably like loses me. I mean, that was like a lot of points. 8 points. Damn. Confidence humble. You hate to see it. Oh wait. I'll back call first. Cool. I'll get my toughness for next turn and cry. Oh nice. Hummel. Yep. So I'm like for certain losing this game. That's unfortunate. Damn. This guy is making Moment Breaker look really good right now, which is not something I've seen out of most decks. Like normally it looks, huh? Right. Yeah, no, this guy's like making this shit look mad easy right now. Pretty fucking impressive to say the least. This guy might be cooking with sauce. But like genuinely, like I probably have a 2 out of 3 chance to win the game by not discarding that Jaws earlier. And I guess just like 66% of the time I lose. So, I win and then 33% I lose. And I hit the 33 100% of the time. But maybe his deck does the thing where it just kind of like blows up at some point. However, this guy is making it seem like that might not be the case. Just gonna block for as much as possible. Get our beast within discard. Try and mitigate some of this damage. Yeah, no, this guy's deck is doing really sick stuff. Damn, dude. I can't catch a fucking break. I think we just have to comeback kid here. Yeah, I mean, this was unfortunate. We've pitched 2 of our blood rushes. Song. I mean, we just didn't do the thing. Nice, he gets to keep this for another turn. think he's gonna kill me. Right here, actually. Yeah, dude. His deck was crazy. Interesting. Well, I think that was my first time ever losing to a Pleiades so far, so. Here, let's get my deck. Go against Eliath. Actually, wait. No, Eliath is pretty easy. Well, probably should have went against KO. Alright, we're going against Vincent. Oh. Cool. Guess we're not going to do any of that. Alright, I'll actually join live for real this time. So in this matchup, I want to push every single bit of damage I can, while also just like aiming for fatigue. And so I think I'm just going to bring the same package I brought last time, basically. I think maybe we can take out one song. Yeah, one song. Tuffnut. Trying to decide if it's even worth a Frenzy Scabs here. Actually, you know what it is. I'm going for it. You know what they say. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I want. Jesus. Life is hard. Oh wow, that's actually really good. Could have discarded the song there. That would have been brutal. I like when I swing 6. The reason we meet X there first is just in case our top card is a miss. Actually, yeah. I mean, we're basically just trying to get all the cards out of his hand or take him to 0. And so if he's just willing to trade us 6 damage, I'm cool with it. So this is probably not a swing turn, which basically means that every life I've ever played against on these turns just like do nothing and pass after they like play 4 cards. Interesting. This is a bully tactics turn. Sure. I gotta play 2. Is he? He has snaps. Is that probably what he's doing? I think we just Say no blocks here. I mean, we're gonna take damage regardless, so. It is nice. I have the Buckwild in hand, so I have like the perfect hand to punish this. Oh, got it. His hand just sucked. Or was so good that he just wanted to keep all of it. So here we're gonna pitch both cards before we Tuffnut, just so we can guarantee having to go again here. Okay. He's also playing the funny card. Nice, we get free Rex. So now we're swinging 4-6. Top card is Wrecker Romp. Fire. So yeah, the way that Life loses here is if we just keep on the gas and then eventually make him start using his hand. He just like never wins after that. Like Meat Axe already getting us +2 value this game means that even if it misses, we're still even rate with Romping Club. And if we continue to not miss, we're just getting free points. Opposing Visage. What is he gonna go grab? 2 steps ahead. Surely we're not letting that go to waste. If we let the edge of their seats go to waste, we're actually trolling. Got it. It would be really bad if he... Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh. I could just like let him destroy my beast with it. I'll just get a new card. Honestly, pretty cool with me. Take a new card back. Interesting. Well, let's see what we hit. 2. I mean, we already have the 6, so it's better to just keep it in hand. And then possibly draw something better. The Buckwild would have been better, but unfortunately, I still keep the Bam Bam. Bam Bam is just kind of main board. It lets me, if I have 3 cards and I want to block out with Good Nature Brutality, I can discard Bam Bam in response, which lets you get like the triggered ability, which can be pretty impactful. I want this to be a power turn, but he's literally staring me down with 7 cards at the moment, so I'm basically shitting my pants. I do get to keep my jaws, which is pretty sick. This looks bad. I'm gonna take some damage. Okay. Kinda do want these cards back. Wait, whoa, not what I meant to do. Problem is, this is gonna get +3. Oh wait, no, never mind. He already has 3 auras. Nah. I think we just give it to him like that. Try and juice him with Scowling. I know he has 4 cards, but it's just like, I feel like this would be a turn to do it. Bro does not want the Scowling to go through. Normally that means, yeah, he's got stuff to do, but okay, I got my stuff back. If I hit a red off the top, I'll just swing Bam Bam. If I hit a yellow, I'll swing Jaws. Cool. Bro does have a confidence next turn. Actually, oh wait. Never mind. What am I doing? I'm trolling. Luckily, he has already played 2 of his Batter Beaten and Brokens and 1 Bully Tactics. So, like, we already have seen a fair amount of Intimidate, and I'm still at a pretty healthy life total. He is getting pretty low, pretty quick. So, feel pretty good about that too. Obviously, he's gonna fatigue before I do, so. Interesting. Interesting. To never give up. So I lose 2 points, but I actually get 2 extra points back on a turn if I really need it. It's like one of the only times I don't feel bad about missing off Medax. Because, like, blocking with that card kind of sucks. Now, admittedly, going into its confidence turn, it would be feeling super great right now. But I do not get that privilege. I do have really good blocks here. Sucks that he has the confidence, but it is what it is. If he intimidates me, I hope the Vigorous goes, because these two blocking together for 12 is pretty insane. Jesus. Okay. Guess we're going back to this. Oh wait. Seems a bit much to do all that all over again, but this guy thinks it's necessary. Oh, he needs his thing to be 13. That's why I did that. That makes sense. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna discard that. Happens. So we're gonna check that our top is looking nice and clean here. Oh, he's back. Oh, I am very okay with that on top. One of my favorite plays from No Hero Stands Alone is turning off a tower card. Let me tell you, that shit feels good. Wow. This guy is absolutely crying. Yikes. If I'm that guy, that shit. Oh, sorry for that noise. Something fell over in my room. Yeah, no, if I'm that guy there, that's pretty brutal. Luckily, we do just have Medax, so we did miss last time, but we put a never give up in, so it's like not the worst. Missing again would be pretty brutal, because now it means we're hitting a Blood Rush or a Song. Oh, a card that does nothing, my favorite. I literally think that all decks that run this card should just run other auras that say give plus power. Sim packing is one of the really nice ones in this matchup because you get to take the bully tactics that they have in Arsenal and you just get to say, actually put it somewhere else, which is very nice. Forcing them to block on their power turn. Wow. This guy does not like this meat X for 6. He is thinking about blocking with way too many cards. That's sick. Blocking with a bully tactics. I don't know if that's just like ignorantly trolling or if genuinely he thinks that that's what will help him out right now. That just feels so foreign to me. I mean, he did use his arms to already have his power turn, and I'm still at 30, and he's at 17. Like, this game is looking pretty darn over for this guy, but unlike the Pleiades that I just faced, I do feel like Lyeth overall is just a worse hero between the two, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. Oh, nice. Okay, so the only time I don't win. Got it. And now I know that he's destroying a Song of Sinnoh. Yeah, it's brutal. Oh well. Wait, what? How did the old leather and Vim get on the top of my deck? Am I actually like losing my mind or what? Was it not just the Song of Sinnoh? Short. I think I'm losing my mind. Good old Vim for 8. This guy is taking a while to decide. Or like to pass through the stuff. That is a bit unfortunate. Hey Mel, can you hear? Oh, Mel left. Wow, blocking with a leave them hanging is brutal. He wanted to go back, so no worries. Just want to pull this up just in case there were chats going on that I couldn't see. I just wanted to check. Got it. Oh, okay. I'm kind of liking this turn. Thing is that he has 7 cards, so I don't know if I'm going to get to like this turn. Let me keep the Blood Rush. Darn it. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is just like block out, I think. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe this is just to kill him turn. Like, take whatever he's gonna swing at me for +6. Is it hammer? You can be honest, buddy. Oh, wait. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely just to take everything and kill him next turn. Got 7 mites. I really need to do something about that. Or we pray we don't discard the Buck Wild. Of course we do every time, though. Ah, okay. Never mind. We find draws. Don't worry. Be happy. Okay. Freaking sash. Little jaws action. Alright. Drop the thing I was playing with again. Lol. I don't know if you could hear that or not. The reason why we sash here is so that we can swing in this Bam Bam for 7, clearing our arsenal. Because we really want to be saving the send packing for whenever he has a big turn set up in the future. This should take enough from him. Like 8 into 9. Pretty brutal. I think it's just give me all the cards in your hand, but I could be wrong. You might get there by 1. Oh, and then the Ram's Head is, well, but the Ram's Head's 1 extra point. The Rex arms are 1 extra point. Okay, so it's actually better for me not to do that here. I could swing Comeback Kid for 7 instead of swinging Bam Bam for 6. Oh wait, no, it's for 8. Sorry, I'm stupid. Life hard moment. It is lethal. Problem is if I break chain, he just blocks with Rampart again, so. Good news is, I don't think he can just like outright kill me next turn with 8 Might tokens. And then after this, we basically just request the whole hand every turn. Oh yeah, it's game over. Unfortunate, little bro. Just gonna use the armor while we can. We have to keep a card every turn just so that we can guarantee the meat X, because that is the most important thing. How many of the Leave Them Hangings has he played? The 1? Hmm. Yeah, that's fine. I think honestly here I just swing 7. Because the thing is he has to swing this, leave them hanging next turn with the might. And then basically, if I take cards now, it means that when he's doing that, he can't set up more might tokens for later. So basically, I have him in the holding pattern now, and he just loses. Okay, that's pretty good. Still got 2 cards, but he did prevent more than I thought he would with 2 cards. Yikes. Wow. That is brutal. Obviously, we keep the crowd goes wild. This card is very good. Good news is, like, literally, he just loses. Damn, he has to leave them hanging? That's pretty good. Didn't have to get greedy there, but I did. So, happens. Cargo's Wild's a very good arsenal. I'm not too worried. He gets 1 turn of setup and then gets reverted right back to doing nothing for the whole game, so. Also, this is probably a do nothing turn. So we probably just kill him with the Blood Rush next turn. When this hits a hero, tap them. Hey, that's fucking mean, dude. That's not very nice. Alright. Well, blocking with that card gets us this pitch card off the top, so not too bad. Oh wow, Wrecker Run. That is definitely the card I wanted off the top. Wow. Yeah, dude. Pack it up. GG. Game over. Send him home. You did good, soldier. He just dies here. I don't even think he can live. Nice. Pretty sure it's GG's. Yikes. Ravenous Meat X value. Think about it. I swung Ravenous Meat X like 4 or 5 times throughout that game, which got me lethal there. And I mean, to be honest, next turn, he's swinging in 2 plus 9, 11. With basically every time I block, I give him 2 points on the next turn. And like 11 puts me to 7 there. And then if I can't produce another go again turn, which I wouldn't have been able to, that gets pretty dicey there pretty quick. So I think the Ravenous Meat X there is pretty huge. Notably, I would have had the yellow on top, so I mean, Meat X still kills him there. Because it would be like draw 3, pitch, Blood Rush, and then discard Good Natured for 5. Yeah, it's interesting. This deck is definitely interesting. Yeah, I lost into that. What was it? Lost into a Pleiades, and then it was 2 games into Kasai. I feel like around a 60%. Not too bad. 10 turn games. Makes sense. Alright, let's go back in. Oh yeah, so I've been really loving the Dio matchup, so I'm gonna try that out if they're still here. Yep, of course, they always get taken. I don't particularly want to run against the Huntsman, but yeah, like, to be honest, I just don't want to deal with that. Oh, I can't ruin that last day again. The no arcane, no ice guy. It's funny. Honestly, guys, I think I might call it. I mean, we had like 6, 7 viewers there for a while, so that was pretty sick. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm gonna log out and call it a night.